Yo, K-Kunnnn here, and today let's talk about Evelyn's kit and what are my first impressions of her. So, in this trial event, we can look at her base kit and her skills. So you can see she's running like the 57 crit damage and 116.4 crit damage, and we can see her goddamn animations, like holy Jesus. It's upgraded to like A to E, so her skill passive is basically that, and pretty much decently leveled up, and her equipment is like the crit set and the BP weapon, and obviously Mindscape Zero, and obviously nice angles. So let's go into her basic attacks first. So the basic attack is basically doing physical and fire damage, and when the 5th hit lands against an enemy, Evelyn will use her Lunax Garrote to bind the primary target and end her binding seal. So this is basically it.
Yep.
So her passive bind, when Evelyn uses her skills to deal damage to enemies, she will accumulate burning embers, and that's basically the bar under her HP. When Evelyn consumes burning embers to activate Garrote, or consumes decibels to perform an ultimate, she gains 1 burning tether point. And once you have 3 of those burning tether points, you will basically launch her chain attack. Basic attack Garrote first form. When burning embers is 50% or higher, hold the attack button or activate her EX skill, or just skill normally. Consumes 50% burning embers to use Lunax Garrote to perform slashing attack, dealing fire damage. And when you're doing this, anti-interrupt will increase, and the damage taken is reduced by 40% after using this skill. And same thing with this second form. You basically do the same thing, hold her attack button or her skill. And her special attack or skill will basically group enemies together. You can probably AoE them later when you're doing your chain attack. It will help you get your burning points, and it will help you accumulate more burning embers. There's like 2 variants of this again. First form and then the final form, which I'm probably playing right now on the screen, and there's probably like a text showing them so that you know what it looks like. With the Binding Sunder final form, when you dodge, you basically accumulate an additional 25% burning embers. And from my experience of playing her for like, I don't know, like 10 minutes or 30 minutes or something, I feel like her bread and butter combo is basically mixing in her basic attack with her special skill, even if you don't have like enough energy to do it, because with this like final form and this first form, you can basically like do different combos and different like attacks with how you execute the moves. Just pressing it like in different timings, you can basically get different results and different attack animations from this, so which is like freaking cool. And her dodge is basically simple, nothing out of the ordinary here. You basically like do like dodge attacks, yeah. Same thing with her defensive assist or quick assist, whatever you call it. She'll just parry the enemies and block them, and you can follow it up with your attack. And her chain attack and ultimate attack is basically her bread and butter nuke damage. This is where you will see all the big nukes where all of her damage is concentrated in. And when you're manually doing her ultimate by pressing this ultimate button over here, you will get 1 burning tether thread with that. So if you basically have 2, you can basically chain attack her again. Now, her core passive is probably one of the essential things that you want to level up with her. Upon entering Binding Seal, Evelyn's crit rate increases by 23%. Free 23% crit rate, bro. After leaving Binding Seal, she will retain the buff for 10 seconds. That's enough time to get back to Binding Seals, man. If Evelyn switches to another character while in Binding Seal, she will automatically follow up with the special attack Binding Sunder first form. So she will do like a 1 instance of like an off-field damage or something. Yeah, pretty cool. And her additional ability, Ambush Point. When another character in your squad is stunned or a support character, Evelyn's chain attack and ultimate damage increases by 30%. When Evelyn's crit rate is over 80%, the damage multiplier for her chain attack and ultimate increases to 125% of the original value. Freaking insane. So you probably want to obviously pair up her with like a stunner or support. And plus this is already insane, like free 23% crit rate, bruh. That's gonna make your life easier when farming disk drives for her. So let's get into her mindscape. The first one, upon entering the battle, Evelyn immediately gains 1500 decibels. Enemies affected by binding seals will be bound. When Evelyn attacks bound enemies, she ignores 12% of their defense. Insane. When Evelyn uses her special attack Binding Sunder's first form or EX skill special, Binding Sunder final form, the bound effect spreads to all enemies hit by the skill. So you're basically transferring this defense ignore to everyone when you're doing like a skill. And her second one, Evelyn's attack increased by 15% when Evelyn uses her basic attack Garrote first form or basic attack Garrote second form, the burning embers consumed will be returned. This effect can trigger once every 25 seconds. When Evelyn consumes burning tether thread to trigger a chain attack, the skill's interrupt level increases. This one's pretty aight. Nothing too special. I feel like if you're pulling for like Evelyn and you want to like, I guess, bump up her damage a little bit more, like C1 is a pretty good stopping point. And C4 or M4, upon activating a chain attack or ultimate, Evelyn immediately gains a shield equal to 10% of her HP. While this shield exists, Evelyn's crit damage increases by 40%, though I don't think this is worth it. I feel like M1's probably a good stopping point again. And the big PP damage over here. When activating your chain attack or ultimate, Evelyn gains Shadow String Edge for 20 seconds. During Shadow String Edge, when Evelyn hits enemies with basic attack, dash attacks, special attack or EX special attack, an additional Lunax Garrote will be released for a follow-up attack, dealing fire damage equal to 375% of Evelyn's attack. This damage is considered chain attack damage, and you can trigger up to 16 times. The numbers of triggers will be refreshed each time Shadow String Edge is gained, so I guess you will do like a big PP damage every time you do like a basic attack, dash attack, special attack, and EX skill, bruh. So again, some whale territory damage over here, but yeah, pretty cool I guess. So let me show you a simple demonstration of Evelyn's gameplay or how I play with her. So do some basic attack and then do some binding seals, then do a basic attack again, then switch from binding seals to do some explosions. You can mix in attacks and then you can see our burning embers there is foiled up, and we can do it again. And then this will enable us to chain attack with Astro Yao, yup. And then since our energy is full, and then there we go, and we can do her chain attack here, there we go. And then mix in, and then you can see we can dodge with her EX skill there as well. And then do a hold attack and another hold attack for 2 burning tether points. And mixing in with some explosions. Let's do this quickly so we can chain attack with her. There we go. There we go, and then we can do her chain, and then let's remove her freaking jacket. Holy mommy. There we go. And then let's bind them up and then do this. There we go. Follow it up with a different attack. There we go, and this should end it all. Then we can do another burning tether point, and there we go. Dodge pretty easy. I'm not even like doing, I feel like I did just like one dodge and that's pretty much it. Since if you just know how to time your skill and your basic attacks together, I think she will pop off and you won't be able to get hit or something if you just time it right. So my first impressions of her, she's pretty fun to play, man, not gonna lie. Like the combination of like basic attacking and then EX skilling or just normal skilling is pretty fun to play around with, like with how like many different animations she does or different combo attacks she does. Bro, she's so fun and unique to play with. And at some point, I feel like I'm not really noticing her like burning embers, not much. So whenever I look at my like HP bar, it's already full and I was like, oh crap, I need to freaking use this to get some burning tether points. So I just spam hold and then hold again to get like 2 at least. And then finally I do her like third one and then hold again, bam, like big nuke on the enemy. And plus her EX skill or skill pretty much groups the enemy together. If you're fighting a lot of trash mobs, she will easily group them with her skill. So pretty fun. Not gonna lie, I kind of want her now even more. Like, holy, she's so fun around to play with. Like, jeez, man. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Subscribe so I can stay in the basement, like for the algorithm, and leave down in the comments below. Are you pulling for Evelyn, even though you probably pulled for Astro as well or something? Or maybe not, but yeah, I'm gonna pull for her. She's fun to play around with. Will she be power crop someday? Yeah, I mean, she's a DPS, but right now, she's probably one of the best I've seen to play around with and fun to play. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Bye!